How to color a basket with apples. First, we need to respect that the apple is a sphere. So remember, how is a sphere? How does it look like? How do we make a sphere to look like a sphere? We're gonna respect the lines of the sphere, especially the vertical. Now, what we are going to do is start adding a little bit of a color, but respecting the form of the apple. So those vertical lines are going to serve you as your guides. Then we are going to do the same, respecting the spheric form of the apple. We are going to mix yellow with it. Then we are going to add a little bit of green in certain areas, again respecting the form and also leaving the white spaces as our lights. I added a little bit of purple also to give a little bit of three-dimensionality and to do the shadows. And now I'm putting very patiently some little lines that is going to help with the texture of the apple. With black, I'm going to add the stem and a little bit of shadows. I'm going to do exactly what I did with the first apple. Over the red, I'm going to mix it with yellow. And then I'm going to put a little tiny bit of purple and black to do shadows. After that, I'm going to add a little bit of those little lines to create the texture of a realistic apple and mix it a little bit with yellow and get my dark tones a little bit darker so it looks more three-dimensional. You can add a little bit of green also. We're going to do exactly the same with the next one. I started with red, I'm adding some green and then mix it with yellow, and at the end the little details with red. After that, I will just add the shadows with black or purple. The last one is going to be practically in the dark, so it's going to be a dark red with a lot of shadows. The apple behind needs to be darker, so I made a little dark. Now I'm going to start to work on drawing the handle of the basket. After that, with curvy lines, I am going to do some of the details of the basket and the top part of the basket. Just curvy lines. Now I'm going to do the basket. What I did first is I drew some lines that are vertical, like an upside down cone. Now I'm adding marking lines that will help me understand that this is a cylinder. Now I'm gonna mark in each of those lines separate like V's, very open V's, to mark where the straw of the basket is gonna go. Then I'm going to divide into the light, I'm gonna leave white, the middle tone that I'm gonna put yellow, the middle darker tones that is gonna be a yellow orange, and then at the end I'm gonna put the shadows that is going to be brown, dark brown. I'm gonna combine probably with a little black. Each straw area will have its own middle tone, light and shadow. So now I'm going to add a little bit more work in each area. Please be patient. Now I'm going to add the darks with brown. Then I'm going to add black in certain areas just to give a little bit more of three-dimensionality. Now I'm going to add the shadows in the body of the basket. I am going to add more middle tones so it looks a little more natural. And then I'm going to put a little bit of black here and there just to give it the sensation of the weave of a basket. Remember to put a little tiny bit just where the lights are, and where the dark tones are you can add more of the black. Then I'm going to add the shadow on the table, draw the horizon line, and draw the shadow on the table. From a really dark shadow near the object to a lighter shadow. Then we can color the background. I want the background to be a very neutral tone. Then I'm going to add a little bit of a shadow on one side, the side that of course has a projected shadow behind. And now I'm going to combine colors for the wooden table. So it's going to be an orange tone and a brown. After that, I'm going to add the wooden look with lines. And this is your